Hi, this is Ed from Wright. Today we're going to walk through an oil change on the ZXT, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do. The oil guard system with the filter on the top and with our drain on the side of the frame makes it so it's super easy and straightforward. So first I'm going to use a 7/16 to loosen the drain plug. And I don't have to get underneath the machine. Everything's easy, visible here. Solid metal parts. Now the oil's just a little bit warm, which is how you want to do your oil changes. If you start the engine, warm up the oil, it's going to flow out faster, and you're also going to bring more sediment out with the oil when you drain it when it's warm. Okay, so while this is draining, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the oil filter. So this engine has a dry sump system in it, and it pumps the oil up into the filter here. In the bottom, it pumps the oil back into the engine. So I can easily pull this filter out. There's only a little bit of oil on it because it sits up high in the tank. And I'll just set it there. Now, this maintenance procedure is something that only has to be done about every 500 hours. So in some parts of the country, that might be 1 year. Some parts of the country, it might be twice a year, once in the summer and once in the winter. So I'm just going to oil the O-ring here a little bit. And drop the filter in. So probably about half the oil's come out so far. It's 5 quarts. There's 5 quarts in there. The other great thing about having 5 quarts in your system here is that if the engine's burning a little bit of oil and you forget to check it for a couple days, the engine's less likely to run out of oil, so there's more reserve in it, right? So while this is draining, I'm going to also go ahead and change the air filter. The air filter is a unique arrangement. We have this device right here, which has a little spinning device that helps reject a significant amount of the debris. The filter is something you want to check regularly, but in general, the element should last you to about that 500-hour interval with the oil guard system because of that unit on the top. Now, the filter, you never want to blow this off with compressed air up close. That'll blow holes in the media. You might want to tap it off from time to time, and then you put your new one in. Now, there's an inner element here. This element, a big part of the reason this exists is just so that dirt doesn't get into the engine while you're replacing this filter. So I'll put that on. And then you put your cap on. And one thing that's important is this cap has arrows on it that say top. You want this duckbill to face downwards so that debris can fall out of it as it's running. So we got the new filter on there. Now, the ZXT has a lot of features on it that allow you to not need to do a ton of maintenance to it. There's no grease fittings on it. There's no, the hydro system holds 8 quarts, so that's a true 1,000-hour oil change interval. But all of these long maintenance procedures that we offer on the ZXT add up to about $834 of savings every 1,000 hours. And so that's a pretty compelling amount of savings with the low maintenance features we have here. So it's done draining. I'm going to go ahead and put the drain plug in. Snug that up. Doesn't have to be too tight. And then we're going to fill the tank. We just pour it on the top. So there we are. We put the 5 quarts of fresh oil in the system, and we're under about 10 minutes. How long was this? We're about 7 minutes. So we were able to do the complete 500-hour maintenance in about 7 minutes. So it's very little time. The biggest thing is pulling the machine out of commission in order to do the maintenance. And one of the big savings with a system like this is that you only have to pull it out of use 1/5 as many times because it's a 500-hour maintenance instead of a 100-hour maintenance. Anyhow, I hope this was helpful to you, and hope you have a great rest of your year.